Counselor Geisler,
Here.
Counselor Nelson,
Here.
Counselor Peterson,
Here.
Mayor Boucher.
Here. First resolution is resolution 2020-156. Resolution appointing Grant Hauschild to fill the vacancy on the Hermantown City Council. Do we have a motion?
Motion to approve, Peterson.
Second, Nelson.
Motion by Counselor Peterson, second by Counselor Nelson. Do we have any council input or discussion on this?
I would just like to thank Grant for his willingness to run for office and for already being an amazing part of the community and excited to work with you.
Thank you, and I'd like to congratulate you on the election and your early appointment, and I think it's a really great choice. Any other input from council?
I agree with all of you. Welcome aboard.
Yep, likewise. And Grant, thanks for being with us over the last few months to kind of bring yourself up to speed as much as you can. And again, all things considered, I know maybe Mr. Mulder can give you a bit of a orientation at some point. And but I know you've learned a lot here over the past few months. So thank you for being as prepared as you can.
Yeah, thank you all for welcoming me as well and for talking and yeah, I have a lot to learn, but I'm excited. So thanks again.
Thank you. If we have nothing more from councilors, we will, as usual, open this up to public discussion. Is there anyone present at the meeting that wishes to comment on this matter from the public? If so, identify yourself by name and address. Hearing no public comment, we will move on to the roll call vote.
Counselor Peterson,
Aye.
Counselor Nelson,
Aye.
Counselor Geisler,
Aye.
Mayor Boucher.
Aye, welcome, Grant. And now we have our swearing in.
Yeah, so I suppose Grant, raise your right hand.
And
This is a
unmute your
first.
microphone.
Yeah, you need to unmute. So I, Grant Hauschild, do solemnly swear
I, Grant Hauschild, do solemnly swear
that I'll support the Constitution of the United States,
that I'll support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
and that I will discharge faithfully the duties
and that I will discharge faithfully the duties
of the office of the council member of the city of Hermantown
of the duties of the councilman of the city of Hermantown
in the county of St. Louis,
and the county of St. Louis,
the state of Minnesota,
the state of Minnesota,
to the best of my judgment and ability.
to the best of my judgment and ability.
I now pronounce you a city council member.
Woo! Thanks.
Okay,
Woohoo! Congratulations, Grant.
And then we have
Congratulations.
paperwork, iPads, key cards, and all that stuff for you this week whenever you get a chance. Just have to let us know because the doors are locked. So,
Yeah, sounds good. I'll reach out to you.
okay, thank you.
announcements. Do any councilors have announcements on anything else? I would also like to congratulate Councilor Geisler on his reelection. Welcome back. It's a little bit new team, but welcome back to the team. And we have no public hearings. Mr. Mulder, communications.
Just included in the packet, the information from Luke Borchardt of 4802 Hermantown Road and his objections to the assessment.
Thank you. And presentation was from our pre-agenda meeting. It won't be given at this meeting.
Wayne,
Yes.
Wayne, if I could just add one thing. I didn't mention at the pre-agenda, but we do currently have City Hall is closed to the public. All the employees in City Hall are working either remotely or in City Hall, answering phones, emails, and serving the public. But because of some concerns about COVID on the staff level, we felt it was best to close City Hall at this point in time. But we want you to know that we are continuing to serve the community in the best ways we can at this point.
Thank you. Do we have a possible time estimate for that closure?
I would imagine that we'll make a decision next week, Monday. It's kind of what the status is, depending upon where we're at with staff and their status.
Thank you. And now we will move to public discussion. Is anyone present at the online meeting that wishes to discuss anything not on the agenda with the city council or provide any input? Is there anyone present that wishes to address the city council at this time? If so, please identify yourself with name and address. With no public discussion, we will move on to the consent agenda. Do we have a motion for the consent agenda?
Motion to approve
Second.
Peterson.
Second,
Motion
Nelson.
by Peterson, second by Nelson. Roll call, please.
Counselor Geisler,
Aye.
Counselor Nelson,
Aye.
Counselor Peterson,
Aye.
Counselor Housechild,
Aye.
Mayor Boucher.
Aye. We have no motions. We'll move to ordinances. Ordinance 2020-07. This is the second reading and vote on an ordinance amending Hermantown Code of Ordinances, Section 270 fee schedule. Mr. Mulder?
So we do this every year. And the only fee schedule change that we have this year are the proposed increases in the water and sewer rates. Those rates are approximately 4% for water, 2.5% for sewer. Those are in line with what the increases, they're actually less than the increases that we've had from Duluth and WLSD, and in line with the rate study that we had done a number of years ago by Ellers.
Thank you. Did we have a motion?
Did not, but I'll move to approve the rate schedule.
I'll second.
Mr. Geisler, motion. Housechild, second. Any questions or comments from council? Councilor Geisler,
No questions.
Nelson,
No, no questions.
Peterson,
No questions.
Housechild? Thank you. Do we have any members of the public that wish to comment on this ordinance? If any member of the public wishes to comment, please signify your name and address. With no comment, we will have a roll call.
Counselor Nelson,
Aye.
Counselor Peterson,
Aye.
Counselor Housechild,
Aye.
Counselor Geisler,
Aye.
Mayor Boucher.
Aye. Resolutions, Resolution 2020-157. Resolution adopting assessment roll for delinquent utilities for 2020. Do we have a motion?
Motion to approve, Nelson.
Second, Geisler.
Motion by Counselor Nelson, second by Counselor Geisler. Mr. Mulder, a description?
So this is again, something we do every year with the delinquent utilities. We send a notice to those residents that are delinquent in September, and this year it was actually October, giving them a notice that if they don't pay by a certain date, the delinquent amounts will be put on their taxes. They're given an opportunity to have a hearing in front of the Utilities Commission. They had until November 2nd to make that request. The Utility Commission met on November 12th. Nobody attended at that meeting. And then this list has decreased by a number of people because they came in and paid after they got that notice. So this is kind of the last step in that process where these items will get put on the county, on their taxes for next year.
Thank you. Do we have any questions or comments by council? Mr.
No.
Geisler?
Yeah, just, I was just clarifying, was that number, there's still 150 people who have not paid? Was that the number? Okay,
Yes. Kevin is
Thank you.
nodding his head.
yep, perfect, thank you.
Counselor Nelson,
No.
Peterson,
No.
Hauschild? Thank you. Any member of the public wishes to comment on this motion? If any member of the public wishes to comment, please start with your name and address. With no public comment, we will move to a roll call.
Counselor Housechild,
Aye.
Counselor Geisler,
Aye,
Counselor Nelson,
Aye.
Counselor Peterson,
Aye.
Mayor Boucher.
Aye. Second resolution tonight is 2020-158, and there's a slight number change from what's printed on our agenda. Resolution approving special use permit for construction of an accessory structure in excess of 1,600 square feet in the R1 zone district at 5381 Morris Thomas Road and imposing conditions thereon. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second, Nelson.
Motion by Counselor Hauschild, second by Counselor Nelson. Do we want Mr. Johnson to go over this, Mr. Mulder?
Yes, please.
Eric?
Great, thank you, Mr. Mayor. This is a special use permit to construct a accessory structure of 1,920 square feet on an R1 zone property. Property is located at 5381 Morris Thomas Road. It's a 72-acre property. The property is comprised of two parcels. There's a 32-acre parcel that contains the driveway that fronts onto Morris Thomas, and then a 40-acre parcel directly behind that, which has the house and the proposed accessory structure on that. An accessory structure in larger than 1,600 square feet is allowed by way of a special use permit in the city ordinance, assuming it does meet larger setbacks associated with it. This proposed structure is approximately 32 by 60 feet in size. It meets or exceeds all the setbacks that we have listed under our zoning ordinance for that. This structure is set back quite a bit back from the roadway, approximately 1,400 lineal feet, and over 450 feet from side yard setbacks. There was a public hearing for this on November 10th. There were no members of the public who made any comment or solicited any comments on this project. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. Do we have any questions or comments from council members? Counselor Geisler,
no questions.
Nelson,
No.
Peterson,
No.
Hauschild?
I just have a kind of clarifying quick question. When
Sure.
neighbors do this, what is the city's or planning and zoning's procedure for letting neighbors know that somebody's doing this?
Mr. Johnson, would you let us know that?
Yes, be happy to. We notify adjoining property owners 350 feet from the property boundaries of the applicant. And then
Okay.
also, I'm sorry, this is also noticed in the Hermantown Star as well.
Okay.
And they are invited to attend the planning and zoning meeting for public comment and public hearing. Any other questions or comments from council? Hearing none, is there any member of the public that wishes to comment on it at this point? If so, please state your name and address for the record. With no public input, we will move to a roll call.
Counselor Geisler,
Aye,
Counselor Nelson,
Aye.
Counselor Housechild,
Aye.
Counselor Peterson,
Aye.
Mayor Boucher.
Aye. Next is resolution 2020-159, 2020-159, resolution adopting an assessment against the Marceski parcel 395-0010-07592 for 2020 road improvement district number 531 and 532, project 531 and 532. Do we have a
Motion. Sorry, motion to approve Peterson?
I'll second Geisler.
motion by Counselor Peterson, second by Counselor Geisler? Mr. Mulder?
Previously, you approved the assessment roll for these two projects. And Mr. Marszewski, forgive me if I'm mispronouncing his name, filed an objection. He was scheduled to have an objection hearing on November 9th, but on that day, he withdrew his objection. So therefore, we have to add him to the assessment. And so that's what this resolution does.
Thank you. Do we have any questions or comments from counselors? Counselor Geisler,
No questions.
Nelson,
Nope.
Peterson,
No.
Hauschild?
No.
Thank you. Do we have any members of the public present at the meeting that wish to comment on this matter? If so, start with your name and address for the record. With no public input, we will move to a roll call.
Counselor Nelson,
Aye.
Counselor Housechild,
Aye.
Counselor Peterson,
Aye.
Counselor Geisler,
Aye.
Mayor Boucher.
Aye. And next on our agenda is to move to a closed session. The Hermantown City Council will meet in a closed session pursuant to Minnesota statutes 13D05 subdivision 3B to discuss objection to assessment at 4802 Hermantown Road for 2020 road improvement district number 531 and 532. This meeting will be conducted by Zoom. If anyone present at this council meeting wishes to stay and continue, we will be back to this meeting and reopen it once we are done with our closed session. Mr. Overham, do we need a motion to move to closed session?
That is typically advisable.
Okay, motion to move to closed session, council.
Motion to move to close council, Nelson.
Second, Peterson?
Motion by Counselor Nelson, second by Counselor Peterson. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, we will move to closed session.
So
Go ahead,
before
John.
you leave a second, you're gonna need to leave this meeting, and there's a link to a second account that I sent this afternoon. So hopefully you get to that one and not to one that was sent earlier last week.
And John, we may not be able to get in till 7 when you started it.
I will, yeah, can I start a meeting early, Joe?
Yep, you'll be able to start it early, John. You just have to go first.
Okay, I'm gonna go start it.
Will you
All
be
right.
able to get back into this meeting then?
Pardon?
Yes,
You
Yes.
just Go
I'll,
back to,
I'm
Thank
admitting,
you for waiting for us.
no worries. I'm admitting Wayne Grant and John now, and I will hold steady for a moment for Gloria.
I missed my bridge.
I thought I thought you were in San Francisco. What a letdown to
Yeah.
find out you're just
In my
Everybody,
office.
in your office.
everybody's looking like they're in same place.
We should have. That's what we should have planned it a little differently. We should have all moved around on you guys.
That's right.
Well, Henry is content as can be, so.
Okay.
He is the best.
He was lively during the closed session, had a lot of comments, but now he'll probably be quiet.
Was that some kind of violation to have him?
I was going to say, did we get approval from Overham to have a strange small child in the closed session? That's
I think there's an age limit.
I have to say, he's one of the best babies I've seen, man. Woof da.
Yeah, he's a
Oh,
And
cute.
of course, you know that he's sworn to secrecy.
Yeah.
He signed on it.
Yeah.
If he could talk, he'd tell somebody.
Earlier when you were asking for eyes, he was going like this. And I almost said, just subconsciously, I almost said nay.
Ah,
All right,
Yeah,
I've got Gloria back. Gloria, can you hear me?
Yep, I'm back. Thank you.
Perfect. And Mr. Overham, you've got us as well?
Yes.
Perfect. So I think we're all back, Mr. Mayor.
Do we need a motion to return to open session?
Motion to return to open session.
Second by Grant.
Motion by Peterson, second by Hauschild. All in favor?
Aye.
Hi.
Opposed, same sign. Next on our agenda is our final resolution, Resolution 2020-160. Resolution adopting an assessment against the Borchert parcel 395-001-07510 for 2020 road improvement district number 531 and 532. Do we have a motion?
Motion by Grant.
Second, Geisler.
Motion by Hauschild, second by Geisler. Mr. Mulder, do you need to report anything more on this, or Mr. Overham?
No, other than the final resolution, I'll send to you here within the next 10 minutes or so.
Thank you. Any counselors have any discussion? Mr. Geisler,
No discussion.
Nelson,
No,
Peterson,
No.
Hauschild?
No.
I'd just like to comment that in our closed meeting, we had a very lively discussion where everything was discussed, and it was a good open forum. Do we have any public input on this matter? Any member of the public present that wishes to comment? If so, please state your name and address for the record. With no public discussion, we will move to a roll call.
Counselor Nelson,
aye.
Counselor Housechild,
Aye.
Counselor Peterson,
Aye.
Counselor Geisler,
Aye.
Mayor Boucher.
Aye. Motion passes, and we need a motion to recess.
Motion to recess, Peterson?
Second Hauschild.
Motion by Peterson, second by Hauschild. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Thank you all, and have a good evening watching
All right.
Good night,
Anything
everyone.
with the
Thank
Bears.
you.
Thank
Night,
you.
Henry.
Yeah, go Vikings.
He's so cute.